Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in virtue, wisdom, and tranquility, provides a sturdy framework for handling life's challenges, including disrespect. Its teachings urge us to cultivate inner peace, not through avoidance of adversity, but through our approach and response to it. The topic at hand explores how Stoic philosophy equips us to handle disrespect adeptly. Disrespect, an unfortunate yet common occurrence, often disrupts our peace. However, Stoicism offers a balanced, compassionate, and virtuous way to respond. This approach not only preserves our peace, but also fosters personal growth and improved interpersonal relationships. In this discourse, we will delve into 6 Stoic lessons. These lessons are understanding interpretation over event, self-reflection for constructive responses, avoiding impulsive reactions, empathetic responses, focusing on virtue, and acceptance and control. Each lesson is a stepping stone towards mastering the art of handling disrespect like a pro. These lessons hold immense value in our lives. They guide us in maintaining our composure and inner tranquility when faced with disrespect. By applying these lessons, we can transform potential conflicts into opportunities for understanding, growth, and virtue. Let us explore these lessons and their practical applications in this video. Lesson 1. Understanding interpretation over event. In the realm of Stoicism, the foundation of our emotional responses lies not in the events themselves, but in our interpretation of those events. This concept is central to managing our reactions, especially when faced with disrespect. For instance, if someone insults us, we may feel hurt or angry. However, these emotions stem not from the insult itself, but from our interpretation of it. If we choose to interpret the insult as a reflection of the other person's insecurities, rather than a personal attack, our emotional response changes. We may feel empathy or indifference instead of anger or hurt. This shift in interpretation is not about denying our feelings or the reality of the situation, but about choosing a perspective that promotes inner peace rather than distress. By consciously altering our interpretations, we can control our emotional responses and maintain our composure, even in the face of disrespect. The benefits of this Stoic approach are manifold. It reduces emotional distress, as we no longer allow others' actions to dictate our feelings. It also increases our resilience, as we learn to detach our emotions from external events and focus on our internal responses. This practice of interpretation over event, thus, equips us with a powerful tool to handle disrespect with grace, wisdom, and serenity. Lesson 2. Self-reflection for constructive responses. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, self-reflection serves as a vital tool for shaping our responses to disrespect. It is through this introspective process that we can dissect our initial reactions, illuminating the crux of our emotional responses, and thus enabling us to respond in a more balanced and constructive manner. Effective self-reflection is not a spontaneous act, but a deliberate practice. It involves scrutinizing our immediate reactions and contemplating alternative viewpoints. By questioning the validity of our initial response, we can discern whether our feelings of disrespect are well-founded or merely a product of misunderstanding. Furthermore, considering alternative perspectives allows us to see the situation through the eyes of the other person, fostering a deeper understanding of their actions. The benefits of self-reflection are manifold. It not only enhances our understanding of others, but also paves the way for more effective communication. By understanding the root cause of our reactions, we can communicate our feelings more accurately, reducing the likelihood of miscommunication and fostering healthier interactions. Moreover, self-reflection cultivates patience and understanding, virtues that are integral to the Stoic philosophy. Through this practice, we can transform our responses to disrespect from knee-jerk reactions to thoughtful responses, aligned with wisdom and virtue. Lesson 3. Avoid impulsive reactions. Stoicism cautions us against the pitfalls of hasty reactions. In the face of disrespect, it is crucial to take a moment of pause, allowing us to gather our thoughts and respond with composure. This momentary pause serves as a buffer, shielding us from the immediate emotional impulse to retaliate. Mindfulness and emotional intelligence are potent tools in our arsenal to avoid impulsive reactions. Mindfulness encourages us to stay present and aware, helping us to recognize and manage our emotions effectively. Emotional intelligence, on the other hand, equips us with the ability to understand and respect our emotions without letting them dictate our actions. The benefits of adopting this approach are manifold. It not only aids in diffusing potential conflicts, but also paves the way for improved relationships. By responding thoughtfully rather than impulsively, we foster an environment of mutual respect and understanding. This approach, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, empowers us to handle disrespect with wisdom and grace. Lesson 4. Empathetic responses. Stoic philosophy places a high value on empathy, especially in managing instances of disrespect. Rather than succumbing to a knee-jerk reaction of anger or bitterness, Stoicism prompts us to strive for comprehension and compassion. By mentally placing ourselves in the situation of the individual demonstrating disrespect, we can start to comprehend their underlying motivations and feelings. This insight enables us to react with empathy and sagacity, cultivating a more even-tempered and compassionate approach. Cultivating empathy necessitates active listening and contemplation. By genuinely hearing the other person's viewpoint and contemplating on their motivations, we can react in a manner that is both insightful and constructive. This method not only mitigates conflict, but also fosters mutual respect and development. The advantages of empathetic responses are manifold, including the reduction of animosity and the enhancement of understanding. By responding to disrespect with empathy, we can foster communication, understanding, and ultimately, peace. This Stoic practice promotes a balanced and compassionate response to disrespect, allowing us to maintain our inner peace and resilience. Lesson 5. Focus on virtue. In the realm of Stoic thought, virtue holds a pivotal role, especially when we are confronted with instances of disrespect. Aligning our reactions with the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance is of profound significance. This alignment not only allows us to uphold our ethical principles, but also facilitates an appropriate and dignified response to disrespect. To illustrate, consider a scenario where you are publicly disrespected. A virtuous response could be maintaining your dignity and not stooping to the level of the instigator. This reflects the Stoic virtue of wisdom, as it demonstrates discernment in understanding the futility of a reactionary response. It also reflects courage, as it takes strength to maintain composure in the face of public humiliation. Moreover, it upholds justice by not perpetuating the cycle of disrespect, and temperance by controlling the urge to retaliate. Emphasizing virtue in our responses to disrespect carries immense benefits. It fosters a sense of self-respect, as we are not compromising our values in the face of adversity. Furthermore, it contributes to the development of our character, as each virtuous response strengthens our moral fiber and helps us grow as individuals. By focusing on virtue, we not only handle disrespect proficiently, but also cultivate an unshakable character that remains steadfast in the face of adversity. Lesson 6. Stoic strategies for acceptance and control. In the Stoic philosophy, the concept of control is paramount, especially when we face disrespect. This principle instructs us to discern what lies within our power and what does not. Encountering disrespect is not a choice, but how we respond to it certainly is. Stoicism teaches us to accept the inevitable, but not to succumb to it. Acceptance in Stoicism is not about yielding passively. It's not about standing idle while disrespect is hurled at us. It's about understanding the demarcation between what we can influence and what we cannot. The actions or words of others are beyond our control, but our reactions to them are within our grasp. This is where our true strength resides. When disrespected, we have the choice to react with fury, bitterness, or resentment, all of which disrupt our tranquility. Alternatively, we can choose to react with understanding, compassion, and equanimity, preserving our inner peace and resilience. To achieve this, we must channel our energy and focus on what we can manage. Our interpretations of events, our emotional responses, and our actions are all within our control. We can opt to respond to disrespect with dignity and poise, adhering to our Stoic principles and virtues. We can decide to release the desire for revenge or retribution, understanding that harboring such negative emotions only injures us. By embracing disrespect as an aspect of life and concentrating on what we can control, we can preserve our inner peace and resilience. This practice demands conscious effort and dedication to Stoic principles, but the rewards are significant. We can navigate the challenges of disrespect with grace and equanimity, safeguarding our inner tranquility and nurturing personal growth. In wrapping up this discourse, it is essential to briefly revisit the 6 Stoic lessons that have been discussed. These lessons are not merely theoretical constructs, but practical tools that can be employed in the face of disrespect. They are integral to maintaining equanimity and inner tranquility, and they guide us in responding to disrespect in a manner that is balanced, compassionate, and virtuous. The first lesson reminds us to prioritize interpretation over event, understanding that our emotional reactions are a product of our perceptions, not the incidents themselves. The second lesson places emphasis on self-reflection, a tool that allows us to respond to disrespect in a more constructive and thoughtful manner. The third lesson cautions against impulsive reactions, advocating for measured responses that align with Stoic wisdom. The fourth lesson underscores the power of empathy, encouraging us to comprehend others' motivations and emotions, thereby responding with understanding and compassion. The fifth lesson urges us to focus on virtue, aligning our responses with Stoic values to uphold moral principles and foster personal growth. The sixth and final lesson teaches acceptance and control, guiding us to acknowledge that disrespect is a part of life and to focus on what we can control. These lessons are not merely strategies for handling disrespect. They are essential components of a Stoic life. They help us maintain our composure and inner peace, and they guide us in responding to disrespect in a manner that is balanced, compassionate, and virtuous. Stoic philosophy is not just about enduring hardship or suppressing emotions. It is a philosophy of life that promotes wisdom, serenity, and resilience. It teaches us to navigate life's challenges not with fear or bitterness, but with understanding, acceptance, and virtue. It is a reminder that we have the power to choose our responses, and in doing so, we have the power to shape our lives.